So Biz2Credit has been around for more than 9 years now. We run the largest SMB credit marketplace in US and by next year globally also. The idea was to help business owners to get access to credit in a digital environment. Over last 3 years, we have been able to get a lot of interest and traction from banks who are also looking to digitize their experience in the SMB lending space. Since we are in the marketplace every single day, helping originate, underwrite, close and service those loans, we are in a very strong position to understand and help banks to automate as well as to adopt the best practices in a digital environment.
Yes, I think this is a great conference, Frontiers of Digital Finance, and I think all of us will learn a lot through the days. It's just begun. The opening session was also very good about competitive advantage and how in a digital world you must have early warning signals of points of inflection to see how you continue to sustain your competitive advantage.
Well, I would have liked to have thought this human digital thing was mine, but I've been really reassured to hear multiple people get up on every panel and say that, hey, look, if you think you're going to use AI to eliminate human beings, and I don't care if it's customer facing or back room, it's probably not going to happen. Can it add value and add efficiencies? Absolutely. But will it truly replace the human relationship? Probably not in my career, but I was reassured to hear other companies think that this human thing is just as powerful.
Well, it's funny when you ask, what did I take away from the conference and what's on the tip of everybody's tongue? And I'm constantly amazed. Everybody is talking about payments. It is such a hot field right now. And I have to be honest with you, working for multiple decades, like having a hard time explaining what I did for a living, now everybody's talking about payments in a way that people can really understand. And I think it's fantastic. Keeps us on our toes, keeps JP Morgan innovating and developing, and it actually makes my job quite relevant now. And it hopefully will attract new students and graduating students into the business where they may have had the impression that traditional treasury services business, wholesale payments, banking as a field may not have been so exciting for them in the past.
This conference is a great opportunity for companies like Global Payments, who are 50-year-old companies, to come and share ideas with both innovators and incumbents alike. And so something that I said during my remarks, which I believe wholeheartedly, is that a lot of innovators who are in the market desperately need distribution. They need a way to sell their product or their service into the market. And so there's a perfect way, and conferences like this are a perfect example of bringing those two together, both the innovation and those who have the ability to distribute it to really make an impact in the market.
There are multiple facets of digital and fintech, and this conference has been able to pack all of that in this short period of 1.5 days. And I think the quality of speakers have been reasonably high. Some of them are practitioners, and most of them are practitioners, and that gives you that flavor. Their problems, their challenges, and their approach is very similar to what you face in a day-to-day basis, and therefore you could resonate with what they were talking very easily. It's nothing alien of what they've said. I think challenges remain the same whether you are in India or whether you are in US. And also the opportunities remain the same. The scale may differ, but the opportunities are the same.
Well, being the frontiers of finance, it's all about change, but change in the mindset. I think that one common factor, if not the elephant in the room at times in the conversations, is how traditional banks face a challenge to change and become digital. Okay? So that's a challenge that needs to be led from the very top. It's a cultural change.
When I went to these conferences a year or two ago, we were just starting the education process. How do we get involved? What is digital trends and finance practices all about? What does this word fintech mean? But today you see all of the financial services companies really showing their A game. Everyone's talking about their roadmap. Everyone's talking about the next big thing that they're doing. Everyone's talking about their response. What I can appreciate is that the room is packed. There's almost standing room in the back. There's a lot more energy and focus around this, and the conversation is all about how do we do a better job for our customers.
When you provide customer services, you have to run certain call centers because you have to be connected to the customer, to the consumer all times. When he calls you, then the person at the call center has to be very, very responsive. For example, somebody said at the conference, in 10 seconds, his call should be replied. See, in any company, there is no boss. I am not the boss. The boss is the customer. Because we do what the customer wants us to do. So when the customer calls, in 10 seconds, his call should be picked up, replied, and he should be satisfied. So half of my marketing efforts are actually not required because I am customer centric. And the customer will again come back to me to buy more products, use my services, and so on and so forth. So this is one take which I can say I have personally picked up from the conference.